What we see happening now, I want you just to first of all give your perspective, just as an end times expert. What do you think the significance is of what Vladimir Putin and Russia is doing right now? What do you think the prophetic significance of that is?
Well, I think there's a lot of different things, a lot of different angles to it. You know, we've covered on endtimes.com a lot about Gog, Magog. This certainly is a preview or a build-up to that. You know, what we see in Russia today, the aggression, the expansionism, the vicious nature of their attacks is consistent with what the Bible says that Russia is going to do in the end times with Gog and Magog when they come down into the land of Israel. Now that's going to be different because they're going to be attacking Israel, but this is the build-up to it. And many believe also that Ukraine is part of ancient Magog, which is mentioned in Ezekiel 38 as well. So if Russia is successful in taking Ukraine, that could be, you know, a further part of the setup too to bring this alliance together. But also, you know, what we see Vladimir Putin doing, he's attacking Ukraine, but also this is really an attack against the West.
Yes.
I mean, he's wanting to, you know, fragment NATO, and so now I don't know that that's working, but that was his intention. And that's exactly what Gog's going to do in the end times. It's going to be an attack against Israel. I believe when Israel's under their covenant with Antichrist, it's really going to be an attack against the West as well. So a lot of the parts of this are fitting together, you know, plus his growing alliance with Iran. That's you know, in the background to all this, which is a nation that's also mentioned in Ezekiel 38. So there's all kinds of, there's so many facets of this really that fit in with being a build-up to what's predicted in Ezekiel 38 and 39.
This first article is from Axios, and it says, U.S. urges Americans to consider leaving Russia immediately, and it says more airline flights have been canceled in and out of Russia, and American citizens in the country should consider leaving immediately, the U.S. Embassy in Moscow warned in a security alert Sunday. What do you think about that? I mean, you know, when the U.S. Embassy is warning our citizens to get out of a country, do you believe that there's a significant threat of us going to war with Russia?
Well, I just think right now, as you just said earlier, with Putin, just his instability right now, I think there's just a fear we don't know what he's going to do. You know, the Cold War, during the Cold War, you had Soviet Union and you had the United States. Both were, you know, had nuclear weapons. You could destroy each other, but both were considered to be rational, right, and sane. And so you kind of had a balance of power there. And now it's kind of that's been thrown off, because now with Putin, the way he's acting now, I mean, I think they really wonder, you know, what could he do? Because my sense is he's going to have to save face somehow in this. And how far will he go to do that? And how brutal is he going to get? He's not going to be humiliated or embarrassed in this, because that's the very thing that he saw happen to the Soviet Union when it was split up. That's what he's trying to regain. So he will not allow himself and Russia to be humiliated. I think however far he has to go to not allow that to happen, he'll go. So I think it is wise to get our people out of Russia at this time.
I want to thank you for watching this Tipping Point clip, and I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click subscribe there. And thank you for watching and subscribing. I want you to join our Tipping Point community at endtimes.com. For $7 a month, you can subscribe, and you have a 7-day free trial. So if you just want to check it out for 7 days, go on endtimes.com, check us out for 7 days, but I can promise you, you're going to love the content. You're going to be getting the Tipping Point show, the full show, every single week, as well as articles and video content from great teachers like Greg Laurie and Mark Hitchcock, and of course myself. Be sure to subscribe to be notified when we release more videos like this. God bless you.